it's really kind of hard to, it's almost impossible to sort of make up for China, is it not, right? Because a lot of your clients, big pharmas, they depend on the active ingredients that get made in China at scale. They do it very well and at a very good price for their cancer drugs, for injectables, for antibiotics, and the whole rest of it, right? So with the tariffs on, et cetera, what happens? Where do they go? I mean, do they have to, instead of one place, China, they're going to have to look at 5, 6 different places, or to make up the difference, or what happens?
Yeah, so as you say, many of the active ingredients come from China. Many of the active ingredients for the chemistry products come from China, but there are also other sources. And so it's general practice within pharma to be able to have secondary and tertiary sources, not only of the active ingredients, but also of the excipients that are part of the products. And so there is a complicated network of
already
sources.
Hedged is what you're saying, right?
They're already hedging these as part of their risk management processes internally.
Okay.
Now, these might not hedge the risk 100%, but they should be a long way towards making that work.
But it is going to make it. It's going to make it more expensive for them. No, that's like.
There's definitely a cost. Anything that adds to the supply chain and changes the normal flow of product will add to the overall cost of the products. Yep.
And I was reading some commentaries around how the global pharma supply chain was already vulnerable. Would you agree with that assessment, even before we're talking about these tariffs and trade war between the U.S. and pretty much the rest of the world? Can you just walk us through what the supply chain was looking like and how this is going to really hit?
Well, I think, as I said earlier, pharmaceutical supply chains are globally integrated. They are, in many ways, reliant on free flow of goods between the different markets. And that in and of itself creates a vulnerability if you're relying on that free flow. Then that free flow becomes, in any way, constrained. The vulnerability pops up. And with China and India playing such an important part in the manufacturing of pharmaceutical products, those vulnerabilities become particularly visible with these tariffs into the US now. I think many of the top generic manufacturers in India are largely reliant on export into the US. Some up to 90% of their products go into the US. And so if those tariffs stick on those finished products, I think there would be supply shortages of generics into the US.